continue with Super Wild Card Weekend here on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Now they'll change things up. Hands it off out of the gun. Shedding the tackle that gives him some room. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DeAndre Swift, 32 yards. And the Bears will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Short pass here taken in by Laporta. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll look to throw here. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Looking to throw is Williams.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Condors are an extra point away from evening this one up.
That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Throwing is Williams. Out to his left. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now third down and 7. Working out of the gun, Williams. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to fourth. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And running with power here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. It rips off a nice run there.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown! A big play there. 48 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point forthcoming. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
On play action, here's Williams. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Dancing to his left. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Condors are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 53 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. This 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To the air, Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Here's Williams. Rolling to his right. Here's a diving catch right side. It's a gain of 35. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DK Metcalf laying himself out in the end zone. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Santos with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. They'll come out throwing here on first down. This pass down the field for Gibbs. And that's caught inside the 30. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, as the first half is winding down. And the Condors will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 25 yards that time. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A final shot before break. Williams. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
The slot man in motion right. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Through the middle of the field. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Now the point after try for Santos. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over here up near the 40. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw, Williams. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Williams. Oh, and that is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And this defense will take over right at midfield. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now they'll audible to something else. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Another run for Gibbs here. And he's got this down to the 35. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And off to Gibbs, headed right here. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. The give right side for Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Condors have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Williams. Oh, he tries to give it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And he will take this. It's a touchdown. And that pick 6, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
And what's even better is when they finally forced one, they kept the effort up, were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception, Williams. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On second down, they'll run it here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 75 yards rushing for him now on 17.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Williams. He'll buy some time right. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Williams. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
This offense so far on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Williams forced out to his left. That is caught. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Back to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now a 2nd and 10. To the air once more. Williams. Catch is made by Metcalf. Touchdown, Chicago. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Condors 42, Bears 28. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Oh, wide open, complete. A big play there. 53 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And the Bears are right back in this football game.
Partner, I think this one won awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Williams. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Throwing is Williams. Sliding out of the pocket. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him. One of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Working out of the gun, Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Looking to throw is Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Still going. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for two? They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone, and a two-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game.
Bears 36.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all three timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They need two. Here's third down. They'll look to throw here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a first down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. That one looks like he'll throw here. Wide open receiver complete. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped